Hey, 7th grade, this is your quarter one review. I'm going to walk through these problems for you so you can be ready for the test tomorrow. Okay, question one. For each problem, complete the table to show the equivalent ratios, determine the constant proportionality, and write in an equation in the form y equals kx, where k is the constant of proportionality. So when we are filling out these tables, we know that they are proportional. So we want to find the constant proportionality by doing y divided by x. And that's going to give us our k value. So we can look right here. We see that there is a y value of 9 and an x value of 6. So k is going to equal 1.5. So we can multiply our x value by 1.5 to get our y value. So 8 times 1.5 is 12. 10 times 1.5 is 15. And when we have a y value of 30, we can divide by 1.5 and get 20. So our equation is y equals 1.5 x. So our constant of proportionality goes here into our equation. Question 2, we're still using formula y divided by x. 4 divided by 12 as a fraction equals 1/3. So our constant of proportionality is 1/3. 1/3 of 36 is 12, and 14 times 3 is 42. And our equation is y equals 1/3 x. Again, constant of proportionality goes into the equation. Number 3, this is for checking for proportionality. Championship shirts sell for $18 each. So what 2 points must be on the graph for the quantities to be proportional to each other? So for a graph to be proportional, it has to go through 0, 0, and it has to fall in a straight line. So if we bought one t-shirt, it would cost $18, and those would form a straight line. For 3b, the ordered pair 5, 90, the x value is 5, and that would represent the number of shirts. So 5 shirts. And the y value is dollars for $90. It's a little cramped, but we'll be okay. 3c, how many t-shirts were sold if you spent a total of $108? If we spent $108 and divided that by $18 per shirt, we would get a total of 6 shirts. So for all of these problems, the x value equals shirts. And y equals dollars. Question 4. To make 6 dinner rolls, 1/4 cup of flour is used. So how much flour is needed to make 1 dinner roll? So this is like a ratio. So if we have 6 rolls, or rules, 6 rolls, and that equals 1/4 cup, what we can do is divide both of them by 6, and that will give us the amount of flour needed for 1 roll. So 1/4 divided by 6 is going to be the same as times 1/6. That will equal 1/24 cups. So 1/24 of a cup. For 4b, which is impossible to get correct if you get 4a incorrect, how many cups of flour are needed to make 4 dozen dinner rolls? So 4 dozen is 4 times 12, which is 48. And we're going to multiply that by 1/24 of a cup per roll. So that will equal 48 over 24, which simplifies to 2 cups. So we would need 2 cups of flour to make 4 dozen dinner rolls. And for C, how many rolls can you make with 3.5 cups of flour? So we have 3.5 cups, and we are going to divide that by 1/24, because that is the amount of flour needed for 1 roll. We're trying to figure out how many rolls we can make. So that turns into a 7 over 2 times 24 over 1, because when we're dividing fractions, we flip the second fraction and multiply. That will get us a total of 168 over 2, which simplifies to 84 rolls. So 84 rolls for 3.5 cups of flour. Okay, our favorite tables. I'm going to switch colors. Complete the following tables when given a ratio. So we are focusing on these boxes. 1 cup of onions, 3 cups of peppers, and those add up to 4 total cups. So in our equations, the only numbers that we are going to use are 1, 3, and 4. And we're going to have 6 total equations. You might not need them all, but we're going to use them. So we're going to start with 2 equations for x. And we can see that there is 1 cup of onions for every 3 cups of peppers. So that is the value of 1/3. So x is equal to 1/3 of y. And we have 1 cup of onion to 4 total cups. So that is 1/4 of z. So the amount of onions is 1/3 of the amount of peppers, and the amount of onions is 1/4 the amount of total cups. For the equations for y, we see that there are 3 cups of peppers. So there are 3 times as many peppers as onions. And the cups of pepper is 3/4 the value of the total cups. So 3, 4, 3/4. The reason that this equation is just 3, you could put 3 over 1, but that doesn't change the equation. Last color, Z. So we can see that Z is 4 times the amount of onions, and it is 4/3 the amount of peppers, because there are 4 total cups to 3 cups of peppers. So using those 6 equations, we're going to be able to find every single value. So on this top row, we see that there are 3/4 cups of onions. We know the x value. We're going to find the y and the z value. So we're going to use this equation here. And it says y equals 3 times x. So we're going y equals 3 times 3/4, which equals 9/4, or 2 1/4. And for our z value, we see the equation z equals 4 times x. So we're saying z equals 4 times 3/4, which actually equals 12 over 4, and that simplifies to 3. So that is 3 total cups. Moving on to the third row, which has 5 2/3 cups of peppers, which means that they give us the y value. and we are going to find the x and the z value. So we're going to use this equation where we're looking for the x value, and this equation, which I just realized I need to fix, so I apologize for that. And x equals 1/3 of y. So x equals 1/3 of 5 2/3, which means x equals 1/3 times 17/3, which equals 17/9, or 1 8/9. So 1 8/9. For our total cups, we have z equaling 4/3 times y, now that we have fixed the equation. So we are saying z equals 4/3 times our 5 2/3, which is 17/3, which equals 68/9, and that would simplify to 7 5/9. All right, last row. We have a total cups being 11, so we have our z value, and we are looking for the x and the y. So we know that x equals 1/4 of z, so x equals 1/4 times 11, which equals 11/4. So that can simplify to 2 3/4. And we can see that y equals 3/4 of z, which is 11, which would be 33/4. So that would be 8 1/4. Okay, multi-step equations. What is the cost of a $2,200 washing machine after a discount of 1/4 off of the original price? So we have 4 boxes to represent the original price, and we are going to split 2,200 divided by 4, which equals 550 per box. So 550 in each box. And each of these squares represents 1/4 of the price. So after we take a discount of 1/4 off, we're left with 3 boxes times 550, which is $1,650. Number 7, we're dealing with fourths again. So we're starting with 4 boxes, and this is the original price. And each of these boxes represents 1/4 of the price. So when it gets marked up by 5/4, that means we are adding 5 squares and then selling the car for $20,700. So we are doing 20,700 divided by 9 boxes now to figure out the dollar amount of each box. So that would be $2,300 per box, which I can't necessarily fit in all of them, but we'll do our best. So all of these boxes have 2,300. And the original price, we remember, is these 4 boxes. So 4 boxes times 2,300 is an original price of $9,200. So if you look at 6 and 7, a discount meant we crossed out a box. When the price is marked up, we added our boxes. Number 8, these are tough problems. How much profit will a business make on the sale of a couch that is marked up by 1/3? and then sold at a 1/5 off discount. So we have to think of this as two parts. So we start with 3 boxes, each representing 1/3. This is our original price. And if the original couch costs $2,400, that means there are $800 per box. When we mark the price up by 1/3, it means we're adding $800 to get a price of $3,200. So the price has gone up, but now it's going to go down. So now we're giving a 1/5 off discount. So we have 5 boxes, and we're going to split up the $3,200, right, from here, divided by 5 to get $640 per box. Is a 1/5 off discount, so we are crossing out a box. We have 4 boxes left times $640, which equals $2,560. So our original price is $2,400, which means that the business will make a profit of $160. Question 9. A rectangle has a length of 5 inches and a width of 4 inches. And it is multiplied by a scale factor of 4. So we're multiplying both of these by 4. 5 inches times 4 equals 20 inches. 4 inches times 4 equals 16 inches. Scale factor is pretty simple. Last one, thank you for sticking through this video. We have a length of 200 feet on the swimming pool, a width of 50 feet, and the scale factor is 1/40. So we're going to be multiplying both of these by 1/40, which is the same as dividing by 40. So 200 feet divided by 40 equals 5 feet. And 50 feet divided by 40 will simplify to 5/4 of a foot. And this, of course, is smaller, so that's a reduction. I'm going to check up on number 9 to see if I forgot that. Yes, in this case we multiplied by a whole number, so this is an enlargement for number 9. I hope this video helped. Feel free to shoot me an email if you have any questions.